Fitzy hates Samus, has nonstop complained about the Samus matchup since they've been here. You're good. Just walk. You're fine.
The camera's not on. You can go.
And Nich is just like amazing footsies game.
Okay.
Probably maybe the best footsies person in the room right now.
Okay, and when you say Nich, you're talking
Nich.
Nich. Okay.
Yeah, the Samus. Yeah.
I enjoy getting to see some Samus just because they're like at the top level. There aren't any left.
Nah.
Like Swooper's good, but also like doesn't even show up that much anymore.
We don't talk about Swooper.
I don't know.
Right now,
I don't know.
Right now, he's got some tweets.
There aren't.
He's got some tweets right now.
But that goes to show that there just aren't Samuses left.
Nah, there are not.
And it is a treat
the last
to watch some Samuses.
Great Samus, Plup, but also like last great Luigi, Plup.
Yeah.
No. So.
And Plup plays Sheik and Fox.
Yeah. So there are no Samuses. I do also like seeing Samus, but I also hate sitting in the chair next to the Samus.
I was talking about that with Mervis earlier.
Yep.
Where I was just like, it's the same thing about ice climbers for me these days, where I'm like, okay, there's no more wobbling. So sometimes, like, you talk about Slug, everybody's like, oh yeah, Slug's sick. Would you want to play against Slug? Hell no.
I'd like to play Slug. I like playing against Ices. I think it's fun.
Okay.
One of our Ices here, Kazam Jam, which was earlier, right? Playing Nox D. Maybe one of the only 2 Ices here in DFW. Not the best, but listening to him like play ranked in Discord is a treat.
Yeah.
You ever want to dox God?
Can't say I've exactly been there, but that's funny.
that's where Kazam Jam is, or Wolf Gray.
Now, I will say the amount of melee that I play is limited to Sheik and Samus because they have the same wave dash timing. Which is part of the reason I love watching Samus, but I feel like Samus has just some of the most like intoxicating movement to watch.
It's really fun. Nich isn't like the greatest mover, right? But like I said, watch his footwork. You can see with like where Fitzy wants to land while like coming back on edge guards, or like if they're just standing there, the way that Nich will just like move around to get the F smash right. It's really some of the smartest like melee that someone here is doing, right? At least for me.
No, I'm definitely seeing like the respect for the threat zone that Fox commands, which obviously is just so big. But like even with your limited amount of tools where you can like fight that head to head as Samus, I like what I'm seeing from Nich so far. And, like, sticking to the ledge because it can be hard to contest Samus there at times.
Oh, yeah. Sure, you gotta, and that's, like, Fitzy's game plan there, right? Try to get, like, your openings, try to get your, like, stray hits, and then hopefully get that back air at, like, that 150, But then, right, like that, that's what I mean, right? Nich does stuff like that, and you're just like, how do I get in on you? And see? He's just perfect with, like, these are the zones to avoid. Oh, you're approaching me right now? I know you're approaching me. I'm gonna come down with the nair, He's a smart guy, smart cookie.
I mean, it's so key to have good like ground control as Samus because you're obviously so vulnerable if you get stuck in the air, right? Floaty, not a ton of air drift or anything, but I mean, up at full stock now, the Fox has to come to you and you can sweep with down smash, you can shoot your missiles. I mean, being on Battlefield is really helpful for that too.
Get the whole charge shot out. Fitzy, you're bad, Fitzy. I hope you watch this later and you're going, oh, why did this happen to me?
Well, and you spend a lot of your time being like, okay, I'm going to learn how to combo like the Spaceys as a Fox for sure, right? You're like, I'm going to learn how to combo the Spaceys and the Mars, and if I got a good puff in the region, which every region does at this point, you're like, okay, I got to learn that. But against the Samus, like you can see, like the combos just don't last very long.
Oh no, you
practice.
You take your 1-2 piece and then you're out. And then if you mess anything up, that happens to you, right?
Floaty and heavy is such a weird combination.
It's good. It's good. Nich kills it. But if there's like a Falcon on the screen, it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot the shot. There you go. Hold that ledge. Nah, all right, whatever. Get
too honorable to hold the ledge.
Another thing that I like a lot about Nich? Nich's grabs are actually really good. Very rarely do you see Nich miss a grab, or like in a spot where if the grab comes out, is like there's a good punish in response to it.
Oof. I love that idea of the down tilt to try to set up for that tech chase on the top platform. If he gets right with that downer, it was just good recognition by fitzy to be like, okay, well, as long as I roll away, Samus can't reach me there.
What do you think is going to kill? I'm going to go with a back air.
Oh, what, from Nich?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a good guess, especially once you get the edge guard started, right? It's like, okay, well, if I don't miss the hit, easy back air, dash attack almost did it. I was like shocked when they made that a kill move in later games.
Dash attack kills in Ultimate?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and it combos at earlier percents too. The crime is that they made that character a square hole character, where it's like, you know, what's the answer to neutral, right? Like what is it? What does it go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. You just do charge shot. You combo off of it, you kill with it. Oh my goodness.
See?
So many forward smashes. You talked about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Nick just has it, right? Has it like that, where it's like, I know when you want to come in, and I know where to put myself, like just specifically to get that F smash. He's so good at it.
The spacing has been phenomenal, and then like being able to put the, I'm going to interpose at the end of your nair so that I don't have a chance to clank with it or anything. F smash is right there to just hang out and get you. It's really, really nice. But now limited space to actually do that spacing with on Yoshi's. I mean, this is, usually one of the things you'd think of, yeah,
Ooh, good shine.
Stole the tether. That was
Good
really
shine.
nice. Because this is what I think of, right? Is that, okay, Samus kind of needs some space to like get the movement going and to use that spacing, get things started. And on Yoshi's, you just don't get it. And Fox can obviously move wherever he wants to.
And I'm assuming that the ban was Fountain, or not Fountain FD.
Yeah, that sounds even worse.
Yeah.
No platforms to set up missiles or anything.
Limited recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, call it out. That seems like a Yoshi's thing, right? That you can run onto the slant
because you
and
got
up
the little
smash.
bit of a lip, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Fitzy's done their homework on the matchup, because again, complained about Samus nonstop. Is a perpetual believer that Fox loses every matchup though, which is crazy. I don't know how they believe that, but Fitzy nonstop believes that like every matchup Fox loses somehow. They were talking about Doc earlier, going like, yeah, Doc just beats Fox. I don't know why people keep saying Doc doesn't win. I'm watching friends play these people. There's no way that Doc doesn't win against Fox.
You know, that can hinder development if you're being a defeatist about it, but if you go into a match with that mindset and somehow you've convinced yourself that as the Fox player you're the underdog,
oh yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah, no, that is kind of what they're doing, right? They are just saying like, hey, if I win though, that makes the victory all the more sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy to playing, like, I don't know, like Ganondorf in Ultimate, or like, you know, like some mid or bad tier character in this game. Where I'm like, he is the one character that's not tournament viable.
Oh man.
I feel like everybody else kind of is.
Ganon's cool.
He is cool. He just sucks. But I go into it with that mindset where I'm like, well, if I beat you, skill issue, I'm way better. But if, you know, if I lose, what was I supposed to do? I'm playing Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
So you see right there, like Nick had like the bit of an edge guard, right? Came up with the nair. Fitzy got the tag, and then positioned himself to get like a, hey, come towards center stage because you think I'm gonna grab the ledge, right? That is another one of Nick's tricks that he does a lot. But too late, you know, end up losing the game. I'm assuming we're going either Dreamland or Fountain, depending on what Fitzy bans.
It's one of the two for sure. Yeah.
Personally, I think I like Dreamland better. Yeah, Samus lives longer, but you get to like play your like distance game.
You don't have to engage in like scary scenarios.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing, is that if you make it too big as a Samus player, then you're not really setting up pressure with your projectiles. Like, yeah, Fitzy just gets to run away.
Yep, and then just a lot of these opening games like this, right? I don't know. I get the whole like argument, but you know, Samus lives a long time. It's like she's living a long time already, regardless where you go. You know.
It's as long as you can hit your combos at like what, like 110, 120 as a Fox, make sure you get your up smash, your back airs off stage, you know, that'll probably be fine. Nice chase here by Fitzy though. I respect the, I want to keep the pressure on, especially after playing that game on Yoshi's, right? You're already thinking about that, but the gun, I feel like, is so good against Samus on this stage.
Definitely. Another reason to want to be on a bigger stage. You get to, you know, shoot your bullets.
Residual damage is key.
Hey, what's your favorite shape?
My favorite shape?
Yeah.
Pentagon, probably.
A pentagon. Ooh.
I played baseball, so I'm like,
Oh,
I'll play.
yeah?
Yeah.
What position?
I pitch.
Oh, yeah?
I used to, anyways.
Yeah.
I got surgery on my wrist. I can't
Oh.
do it anymore. But that was my place.
That's sick. Baseball's dope.
I'm a baseball lover.
You got a team? You got like a team
Mets.
you like? Yeah?
My dad used to work for the Mets, so
Oh, okay.
I'm all over them.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I'm a big I think baseball's like a number 3 for me, maybe 4 in like sports tiers. Right?
It is a good sport.
I think it's a great sport. It's America's pastime, you know.
What?
Sick charge shot.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
okay. Well,
you know,
cool.
I like
Still cool.
You know that it's one of those interactions when both players give the FGC nod.
Yep.
They're like, okay, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yep. Fitzy, ecstatic by it. Stayed on the Angel platform longer.
Keeping the mental composure.
Yeah, basketball, that's my number 1 right now.
Basketball's sick.
Basketball, football, hockey, baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, for all intents and purposes, in the American sports zeitgeist, that does make baseball your least favorite.
Is it? I would put soccer in there.
Out of the 4 major ones.
I
in
don't care
America,
about
anyways.
soccer, you know?
Eh.
Yeah.
World Cup was cool though.
Was it?
Huh?
The Argentina one?
Yeah, Argentina. When I was on my flight to and from main stage, that was like the one thing they had for free on
Yeah.
like the Wi-Fi. So I was like, I guess I'm watching the World Cup. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I just not about soccer like that. I played it as a kid, but
Yeah.
I never got into it. In like the nitty grittiness of it. But speaking of the nitty gritty,
Down to last stock.
in the nitty gritty of Nick's stock right here, and Nick's really got to pull something out of his butthole. You know, like a magic trick. Where's the bunny?
Well, I mean, at the very least, get the fox off stage. And
There's no bunny.
not even on Dreamland. Fitzy.